Good day, everybody. This is Dr. Nandi again. I hope all of you are doing fine. Today, we are going to show you detailed calculation for sample standard deviation. So without further ado, I'll get started. So this is the problem. The following sample data set is available. Determine the variance and the standard deviation. So we list the sample values X in the first column. At the bottom of the X column, you will see a Greek capital S called sigma, which indicates summation. Sum of X, or add all the numbers up, is 133. Then in the second column, I have calculated the deviation of each number from the mean, X minus X bar, deviation of each number from the mean, okay? Notice when you add up all these deviations, the sum of the deviations of all the numbers from the mean is equal to 0, okay? How did I calculate the mean? I calculated the mean by taking the sum of all the x's and divide by the sample size, which is 10. So it's 133 divided by 10 is 13.3. Now let's take the first entry in the second column, X minus X bar, deviation of the number from the sample mean. So deviation of the number 7 from 13.3 is 7 minus 13.3 is minus 6.3. Okay, and I repeat the same calculations for the other numbers in the data set. Then in the third column, the heading is X minus X bar square. That means it's the square of the deviations of each number from the mean. Okay, so for example, I take minus 6.3, enter that in the calculator, minus is next to enter, and then 6.3, and then press the X square, which is a key in the first left column of the calculator TI-84. So I press the X square and hit enter, and the answer is 39.69. That is the square of the deviation of the first number 7 from the mean. I repeat the same calculations for the other numbers in the data set. Then at the bottom of the third column, you find the sum of the squares of the deviation, which is, I add up all the numbers in the third column to get 2292.1. This is the sum of the squares of the deviation of all the numbers from the mean of the data set. Okay, so I've written that in the bottom. Sum of X minus X bar square is equal to 2292.1. So the equation for the variance, S square, sample variance, is sum of the squares of the deviations of all the numbers from the data set divided by sample size minus 1. It is like a measure of the average square of the deviations from the mean. Why average? Because I'm taking the sum of the squares of the deviation of all the numbers in the numerator and dividing it by sample size minus 1. So, okay. So question is, why did I divide by sample size minus 1, which is 9? 10 minus 1 is 9. The reason is I have used the sample data set as you saw. Add up the numbers in the data set and divide by the sample size to get the sample mean. So I've used the information from the sample data set once. And in statistics, it is taken as 1 degree of freedom. So I've lost 1 degree of freedom in calculating the sample mean. That is why from the sample size of 10, I subtract 1 degree of freedom to get 9. 9 is the degrees of freedom used to calculate the variance, which is 254.68. Now, sample standard deviation is the square root of variance. So square root of 254.68, which is 15.96. You will see the use of the information sample standard deviation more often than sample variance. And the reason is simple, because in sample variance, we have squared, we have taken the sum of the squares of the deviation. So for example, if X, the data numbers in the data set are saying measured in feet, like heights of people, feet, the unit of variance, because it is squared, is feet square. So that is not of much use. That is why we take the square root of variance, and the unit of square root of variance, which is sample standard deviation, is feet in this example, which is same as the actual measurement units. Hence, sample standard deviation is used more often in calculations than variance, because it has the same units as the units of variance. So I will stop here today. Please subscribe to my channel, because I come back every week with new problems which I solve. And if you have any question, you can put a comment, and please like my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching the video, and I'll come back again with some other problems. Take care and have a nice day.